Some people say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Or is it? The first few moments with anything are crucial in shaping your perception of it. Now, once that's formed, it's really hard to shake it off. This concept folds into everything from job interviews, coffee dates, and yes, even product experiences. When a user has a bad first experience with a product, chances are they'll toss it away within minutes. Even worse, they might become a vocal critic, stifling the growth of your company. It boils down to this: your product's growth depends on your user's first impression formed during the onboarding experience. Hello, my name is Ramli John, Managing Director here at ProductLed, and in this video, I'll share with you 3 data-backed reasons why user onboarding is the crux of product-led growth strategy. Before we get started, if you want to improve your user onboarding and learn more about product-led growth, sign up for our free Product-Led Growth Fundamentals certification course. Now, this free course will introduce you to what it means to be product-led and provide you with the big picture view of everything you need for a successful product-led strategy, including user onboarding. And if you pass the exam at the end, we'll send you a Product-Led Growth Certified certificate. Now get this free course now at productled.com/certificate or find the link in the description. Now let's jump in, shall we? As discussed in another video, which you can find the link in the description below, user onboarding has direct impact on the future growth of a product. And it starts during the first steps in the Pirate Metrics framework. In this video, you'll learn 3 data-backed reasons why user onboarding is so important in a product-led growth go-to-market approach. First, user onboarding is a retention lever. No matter what industry you're in, the best customers don't abandon you after their first purchase. They come back time and time again for more. Though it's an often overlooked metric, retention plays a significant role in boosting revenue. That's because it increases the customer's lifetime value, or CLV. Retention starts with user onboarding, and the numbers prove it. Now, ProductLed did a study of about 500 different software companies spread between business-to-business and business-to-consumer companies, and they found that customers with a positive onboarding experience were more likely to stick around compared to those who weren't happy with it. HubSpot saw this firsthand with Sidekick, an email tool for salespeople. After making positive changes to the way they nurtured new customers in week 1, they saw a 15% lift in retention during that week. This catapulted it in 50% increase in retained user after 10 weeks. What happened at HubSpot Sidekick is not an outlier. Intertrends saw similar data points. Users who completed the initial onboarding process were 38% more likely to return 1 week later. But it goes even further than that. The effects of user onboarding are even more pronounced once users hit week 12. For those who completed Intertrend's onboarding process, the retention rate is almost 3 times higher after 10 weeks. When someone first signs up for a product, they'll either love it or they'll leave it. Those that are successfully onboarded see the value from it and are more likely to stick around even years later. This is especially true for SaaS companies. David Scott, general partner at Matrix Partners, once said, "In working with a number of SaaS portfolio companies, I found that there are 2 causes of churn that occur more frequently than any others. They are failure to successfully onboard the customer and loss of the champion who drove the purchase." Second, user onboarding is a revenue multiplier. A truly fabulous user onboarding experience converts to a revenue multiplier. This is a direct result from improving retention. We have numbers to prove it. Get ready for some math here. Let's go back to the example from HubSpot, where they saw a 15% increase in retention across 10 weeks as a direct result from improving user onboarding. How much did their revenue increase because of this change? Let's say they started with 1,000 users and charged each user $5 per week without a free trial period. If you add up the revenue across all 10 weeks, it adds up to $21,275. Assuming that revenue and retained users remain the same for the rest of the year at $750 each week after week 10, the revenue totals $52,775 in 52 weeks. Now let's compare that to what happened when they nurtured new customers properly with an improved experience. Revenue from week 0 to week 10 adds up to $26,425. Even more remarkable is if the numbers of retained users and revenue remain the same for the remainder of the year after week 10. That's $78,925 in annual revenue, which is a striking 50% increase in revenue for the year, all thanks to a better onboarding experience. Imagine that this is just for one cohort of 1,000 users. Let's assume that they can consistently get 1,000 new users to sign up for each week for the rest of the year. And if we assume that their new sign-up growth remains flat at 1,000 new customers per week for 1 year, the improved onboarding experience would account for a massive increase of 49% to the monthly recurring revenue, or MRR, just because they improved their user onboarding experience. So you see, small improvements in treating new customers with care can result in enormous growth in your revenue. Plus, Profit Wealth survey shows that those who have a positive onboarding experience are more willing to pay for your product. The point? User onboarding really does set the stage for future success and has a huge impact on your revenue growth. So it comes as to no surprise, the biggest weakness in growth stems from the initial first impression. Casey Winters, Chief Product Officer at Eventbrite, said, "The real growth problem starts when people land and leave. They don't stick around. This is an onboarding problem, and it's often the biggest weakness for startups." Third, good user onboarding leads to lower customer acquisition costs. If having a great user onboarding experience is a retention lever and revenue multiplier, bad onboarding can lead to higher customer acquisition costs, or CAC. CAC is easy enough to calculate. Simply divide all the costs spent on acquiring customers, also known as the marketing expenses, by the number of customers acquired in the time period the money was spent. For example, let's say a company spent $100 in marketing in 1 year and acquired 100 customers in the same year. Their CAC is $1. Let's revisit the previous example of HubSpot Sidekick. Now let's assume that it costs $2,000 to acquire 1,000 new users, and in this scenario, there's a 7-day trial. After 1 week, they have 600 paying customers with the original onboarding, or 750 customers thanks to the new onboarding. That amounts to a CAC of $3.33 for the original onboarding, or $2.67 CAC for the improved onboarding. A 15% increase in retention means CAC went down by 20%. So which one would you prefer to see in your company's own metric? Francois Bondigal, growth lead at Canva, said, "If you're losing 60% of your new users after the first session, it doesn't make sense to spend a ton on acquiring signups, or your CAC will be high. The unit economics will not work out." To summarize, user onboarding is a retention lever and a revenue multiplier, and it also directly impacts on lowering your customer acquisition costs. Now, these are some of the reasons why user onboarding is so crucial. It can have such a snowball effect on growth. User onboarding allows you to unlock the inherent value of your product. If you get the first few moments of your product right, your customers will stand by you for weeks, months, and even years. If you're looking to improve your onboarding and learn more about the product-led growth strategy, sign up for our free Product-Led Growth Fundamentals certification course. This free course will introduce you to what it means to be product-led and provide you with a bigger picture of everything you need for a successful product-led strategy. And if you pass the exam at the end, we'll send you a Product-Led Growth Certified certificate. Get this free course now at productled.com/certificate, or find that link in the description. Well, this is Ramli John from ProductLed. That's it for this video. If you want to share me what your takeaway is, feel free to find me on Twitter, Ramli John, or join us Slack and send me a message. I'd love to hear what is it you took away from this video. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Happy growing.